This question says matrices A, B, and C are given by, so we have A, B, and C. A is 3 by 2, 3 rows and 2 columns. B is a 2 by 2, 2 rows and 2 columns. C is 2 by 1, 2 rows and 1 column. So for part 1, we have to find what is A times B, multiplication of matrices. So let's do this. So when you multiply matrices, we have to multiply rows times columns. So the row of -2, 3, we have to multiply to the 2 columns. The row of 1, 0 to the 2 columns, the row of 2, 4 to the 2 columns. So we have 3 rows, so our solution will also have 3 rows. In the first matrix has 3 rows, so our answer will have 3 rows. And the second matrix has 2 columns, so our answer will have 2 columns. So our answer is going to have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows, and 2 columns. You call that the product. The product will have 3 rows, 1, 2, 3 rows, and 2 columns. Now, when you multiply matrices, we also have to do some addition. So it's a multiplication and addition. So we have to multiply -2 and 3 to column 2 and 4. Okay? So we're going to have -2 times 2 plus that 3 that there times 4. Okay? -2 times 2 plus 3 times 4. Now we're also going to have -2 times -1 plus 3 times 2. Here we're going to have this happening there for the first column, for the first row in the product. Now we're going to use the second row now, which is 1 and 0. And we're going to multiply 1 and 0 to 2 and 4, 1 and 0 to -1 and 2. So 1 times 2 plus 0 times 4. And then 1 times -1 plus 0 times 2. So we're going to the third row now, which is 2 and 4. So 2 times 2 plus 4 times 4. And then 2 times -1 plus 4 times 2. And now we're going to put this in our calculator. We're going to use Excel as our calculator. So the first element is 8. And then we have -2 times -1 plus 3 times 2. Also get it also. And then 2 times 1 plus 0 times 4. That'll give us 2. And then 1 times -2 plus 0 times 2. That's -1. And then 2 times 2 plus 4 times 4. That's 20. And then 2 times 2, well, 2 times -1, 2 times -1 plus 4 times 2. 2 times -1 plus 4 times 2. Rows times column. And that'll give us 6. For part 2, we must multiply B times C. B times C. So let's do that. So 2 times -1 plus 4 times 4. 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 2 times -1 plus 4 So the first matrix has two rows. So our answer going to have two rows, 1, 2. And the second matrix have one column. Our answer going to have our product, in fact, going to have one column. So our product going to be a 2 by 1. Two rows and one column. So you're going to have 2 times -3 plus -1 times 1. Then 4 times -3 plus 2 times 1. So we can use Excel as our calculator. So that's -7. And -10. So just remember, when you multiply matrices, is rows times columns. And the answer will have the same number of rows of the first and the same number of columns of the second matrix. And another thing, for matrices to be able to multiply, the number of elements that in the row of the first must be equal to the number of elements in the column of the second for multiplication to take place. So if the rows of the first have 2 elements, the columns of the second must have 2 elements also. Rows of the first, columns of the second.